It's amazing to me sometimes just how small-minded some people are. How they can think that if they can produce some little factoid saying it was cold in this place or in that place, it somehow completely falsifies climate change and shows it to be a hoax. It's extremely small-minded. All right, maybe you're just applying the wrong logic to the whole problem. First of all, local climate has only some small bearing on global climate, and what we're concerned with climate change is not local climates. Local climates may either get hotter or colder depending upon how the system balances out, okay? We cannot state for certain whether or not any particular locale is going to get hotter or colder due to climate change. And to a certain degree, that's why we decided to call it climate change, because it's not global warming in the sense that globally every place on Earth gets warmer. It's that the Earth as a whole gets warmer, gets more energy stored in it. Now, how is this energy getting stored? It's getting stored in the form of ice melting into water. It's getting stored in a lot of ways, okay? We've seen drastic reductions in the amount of ice on the Earth's surface, on the poles, and glaciers are receding. That's where a lot of the energy is going. If you've ever studied high school physics or high school chemistry, you'll know that when you have a piece of ice in a glass of water, when you apply heat, the temperature doesn't go up, the ice melts, okay? That's how energy is stored, all right? So, you know, it's a lot more complicated than every single point on Earth getting warmer. It doesn't work that way. And any particular point or factoid you present does nothing to refute the premise of climate change, okay? Now, what they've discovered with climate change, with the models they've made, the mathematical models and the simulations they've been running, is that they've actually been overly conservative about their estimates for how much the climate was going to change due to carbon dioxide, all right? One of the things that we have to take into account is the fact that it's nonlinear. And how is it nonlinear? Well, one of the things that is causing it to accelerate is the fact that now that the Siberian tundra is melting, it's releasing lots of methane, more greenhouse gas. So the idea that it's a nonlinear system, that there's feedback in it, that as it gets warmer it starts releasing more greenhouse gases, it's not correcting itself, and that is very problematic. As we warm it, it's getting more and more greenhouse gases, causing it to accelerate to get warmer, okay? It's nonlinear, okay? And the danger, what we've seen with the Earth's climate, is that it's been very, very chaotic. Now that's the thing we have to worry about. It's not that it gets warmer and stays there, or that it gets cooler and stays there. We could adjust to that. But if it starts getting chaotic, where do we plant our crops? Where we know it's going to have seasonal weather, okay? That the weather's going to be reasonably warm and there's going to be a fair amount of rain, okay? If we throw the climate into chaos, that's exactly what's going to happen. We're going to lose places where we can conduct agriculture, all right? It's a lot more complicated than you could ever imagine. That I'm sure of, okay? The fact that you're using these factoids to falsify it or attempt to falsify it is proof to me that you've oversimplified it by a very large degree, and you're just not qualified to say anything about it. And I wish you would just shut the fuck up. All right? That's all for now.